Hello everybody and welcome back to lusatia and episode 4 of this playthrough. So today's tasks, we are going to be ploughing our fields. To make a start with, we've got the field 9 and 11 which we've harvested now, and also we're going to look at ploughing up field 24 so we can plant some crops in there as well. So the first task I'm going to just check is the actual power requirements for the plough we have, which is the 2 meter Kuhn Varimaster 153, which is 120 horsepower. So the Deutz could pull that one. I am thinking about getting, rather than just replace that, getting a second plough if we've got one that we can use with the one of the tractors we've got, and then having two on the go at the same time rather than just upgrading to one slightly bigger one. There is we could get that one, 150 horsepower. That's a 3.2 meter. So we should be able to pull that one with a case, and then we can get the Deutz on the little one. So that's what we'll do. We'll get that started. I'll get a worker started on with the Deutz and then we'll go and pick up the other plough from the store, and then we can make a start on getting the fields ploughed, and we'll see how far we get. Not sure if we'll get as far as getting them cultivated, maybe some fertiliser spread on as well. Just lift that up and we'll start with field 9, it's just here. Yeah, so I think it might be a bit better if we've got two ploughs on the go rather than just getting one that's slightly bigger. That seemed to have missed that edge a little bit. Oh, I don't want the AI standard worker will do. Oh, I just turned the plough the wrong way around, annoying. Right. Let's set that off. I don't know if we might be better with a front weight on there, but it seems to be okay. So we'll leave that one going. I'm going to head over to the store and pick up the other plough, and then we'll probably head over to field 11 and we can make a start on that one while the workers carrying on with that field. I really hate front loaders when they do this. Stick on the tractor. Please touch that. If I take off the front implement first. Or is that not disconnecting? There we go. That's better. So I'll head over to the store, pick up the plough, and then I'll meet you back over by field 11. Okay, so we've just gone up to field 11 and we've got the plough on the back. I also did get a front weight. I know we've already got one at the farm, but I wasn't sure on the actual sizes of those. So what we'll do, I'm going to say hopefully get these 3 fields ploughed today. Depending on what other time we get, we can have a look at least trying to get some fertiliser spread on them before seeding. I think we will need to cultivate them as well if we use the seeder we've got, because I don't think that's a direct drill. And I always prefer to cultivate after ploughing anyway, because even with a direct drill, to me it just doesn't seem right just seeding into a ploughed field, which is still going to be quite rough with a lot of lumps and bumps in the ground. So I always like to cultivate anyway, regardless if you can do it with a seed drill. So we'll probably do that, and what I'm probably going to do as well is probably time lapse this just to speed things up, and then I'll probably finish off the other fields off camera, so we're not doing too much of the same thing in one go. So today for me it's Friday. I've just gone after 12 Friday, so the fact sheets for this week are not out yet. I believe it's 1 PM UK time they're due out, so probably just after I finish this, or at some point during the finish this. So this video will be up on Monday. So this morning was episode 3 was published. It was meant to be the time lapse this morning, because I made a slight difference to the editing of the time lapse for the next Shamrock Valley video. It extended the rendering time by quite a bit, even though the video's 5 minutes shorter than some of the others, and the file size is a lot smaller. The rendering time was a lot longer for some reason, and I couldn't get it rendered and uploaded in time for this morning, so I put the episode 3 of this series up instead, and the next episode will be on Wednesday. As I mentioned at the end of the last one, I'm trying to do these Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays, which will be another 9 episodes, or 8 after this one, up until FS17. No, there might be 9, because the Monday FS17's out on 19, sorry, is out on the Tuesday, so there might be the final episode on the Monday before FS19 comes out. I'm not sure how far we'll get. As I say, it's more just a test, give me kind of an idea about how to go when 19 comes out. Anyway, so not too fussed, and the time-lapse series, I really want to try and get those progressed and kind of get some sort of end point with those over the next few weeks as well. That's why I'm trying to do 2 videos a day, just to get them all finished in time. As when 19 comes out, there'll just be 1 video a day, alternating between the time lapse and let's play, because it's going to be a while before mod maps come out, so I don't want to run out of stuff to do on those maps if I do too many videos too soon. It'll be interesting to see how it goes when it comes out. So I'm going to continue this field in the time lapse, and I'll be back when it's all done.
My dear friend, where have you been? Where have you gone? What did you win? Someone there, are you listening? Is it too late? My dear friend, we felt the sunshine, we found the gold. We thought we'd be forever young, but now I know we can't keep floating, we have to fall. This is the beat of broken hearts, is it all lost? We can't go on again, 'cause you seem like you want it bad. My head is spinning off the edge, and I'm giving in way too fast, way too fast. My dear friend, you know I give in. Been waiting so long to feel it. All of these years I've been listening. Are you all so numb? Do you still pretend? We felt the sunshine, we found the gold. We thought we'd be forever young, but now I know we can't keep floating, we have to fall. This is the beat of broken hearts, is it all lost? We can't go on again, 'cause you seem like you want it bad. My head is spinning flashing light keeps it dead in my mind.
Okay, so we've just got the last little runs on this field to do, and then we're all done on this one, and we can head over to the other field and see how the work has got on, because it popped up that they'd finished part way through that. We'll finish that field off, and then we can head over to field 24, is it? Yeah, field 24, and have a look at ploughing that one. Actually, just do this little bit and we'll work our way down. I'm just going to cross the bottom of the field to do, and that's this field all ploughed. Now, unless we buy some other fields, I'm not sure if we'll do any more ploughing. I probably will, depending on the money, because the field prices are they're not cheap. So compared to like Shamrock Valley, the field prices on there are ridiculously cheap, to be honest. I think it's nice because I think a lot of the maps, the field prices, they're so expensive that a lot of the time you never get enough money to actually buy any fields, and it kind of can kill the map a little bit when all you're doing is trying to grind to raise a bit of money to buy a field, especially on some of the maps like American Outback, Welker Farms as well. The fields on there are like massively expensive, so it's spending eternity just trying to get enough money to buy another field, which is not fun. But I think Shamrock Valley and some of the others like Oakfield and like the West Coast and that, the prices are a little bit too cheap in some places. Would have been nice to be a little bit more expensive. You have to earn out a little bit more money to afford to buy them. So that's that field finished. We'll head over to field 9, sorry, that one's 11. Always the way when you come to a new map, forgetting field numbers and trying to remember the different ones between different maps as well is always a bit difficult. I mean, we do have quite a bit of money after selling and swapping out the tractors and combines, so may be able to buy at least one more field. It doesn't look like the worker did a great deal because it turned to the right. That's a little bit annoying. That's me thinking, well, hoping it had turned to the left, but never mind. Right, so I'm going to carry on with this field. We'll get this one all done, then we'll head over to field 24. Okay, so we're just finishing off field 9, and then we'll head over to field 24. Got the worker to do one side while I worked away at the other side, just to help speed it up a little bit. We just need to tidy up the ends, and we can get over to the next field and get that one ploughed up as well. I did mention in the last episode about getting some more sheep, which we'll try and do as well at the end of this. I was looking at the trailers. I've got the standard Joskin trailer, and I have got a modded trailer which is a little bit smaller, which is a lot cheaper as well. Because I was looking at the Joskin, I thought it's probably pointless leasing it just for one load of sheep, because it'll probably cost more to lease than it would have done to just pay the fee of having them delivered straight to the sheep enclosure. So as we've got the pigs as well, and not playing on seasons, the pigs are obviously reproducing all the time, and their reproduction rate's not too bad, so I think I'll just buy this little modded trailer and then get a few loads of sheep, and then we'll at some point have some pigs to sell. For pig food, we're probably going to have to buy pig food in the bags. We have got some stuff in the, we have got the general stuff that you start with. So we've got some sunflowers, soybeans, we've obviously got the canola and wheat that we harvested. We've also got some barley and a bit of corn as well, that we can use to feed the pigs for now. So we're going to head over to field 24 and get that ploughed. What I want to try and do as well is get a stage of fertiliser on those, so we'll probably just use the fertiliser spreader we've got. Let's have a look at the map actually. Yeah, this way is the best way to go. Yeah, so try and get some fertiliser on. Probably won't get them cultivated. We'll probably do that in the next episode, as I want to try and get some sheep and all that. So I'll meet you over at field 24. Okay, so just coming up to field 24. It's quite a nice drive down there by the forest and the sawmill, and it is actually quite a fair sized field, to be fair. It looks a lot bigger than I thought it was going to. So probably try and decide which is the best way to set a worker off, as I don't think there's multi-angle terrain, so we'll see which way it goes. Let's just stop the tractor behind. See if I can set it off going more that direction, as that looks to be the longer run. I'm not sure where the actual field edge is. That's a bit better. So we'll get that one going off that way, and then we can probably start going round the opposite direction. So I'm not sure which way that's going to turn at the top, but we'll follow it down this way. So I'm going to do most of this off camera again. As I say, I've done the time lapse of ploughing in this episode already, and we'll get that done. While we was doing the last field, this week's fact sheets were just put up. Some nice new vehicles, like the new JCB Fast Track, the larger one from the previous one shown, and a few other bits of equipment, like the Manitous that were in the featurette video that was up yesterday. Typical, the worker turns the way I'm coming up. If I'd have gone up the other way, it'd probably turn that way as well. I'm going to stop that there because he's probably going to confuse him now. I'll say he's finished. Oh, it's just... Nope. Oh, stop turning the plough around. I might actually do set him off going down the shorter side, and then we can do the other side with the bigger plough. Yeah, so the new fact sheet, the New Holland forage harvester. I'm not sure if that's a completely new one to the game. I'm not sure what the model number is in the base game of 17. Looked nice. Got the little trailer, which looks very handy as well. So some nice stuff in there. It's good to see a lot of new stuff that's not been in like any of the previous versions of the game as well. So it should be interesting to use a lot of that stuff when it comes out. And obviously there's still a few weeks, so there's still time for some more stuff that's not appeared in the game before to be announced or shown. So it's going to be very interesting over the next few weeks to see what else they do show and announce. So anyway, I'm going to continue with this, and I'll probably be a while, as it's quite a big field. So I'll see you shortly. Okay, so we've just finished ploughing all the field 24. Took a little bit longer than I thought it would. actually, as I said before, it's a lot bigger field than I expected it as well. So we're going to get these 2 tractors back over to the farm, and then probably the last thing we'll do is just quickly go and pick up the livestock trailer and get a few loads of sheep, just to make it more worth having the sheep, because 5 is just going to be a complete waste of time. And sheep are nice and easy to keep as well, as we only need to keep them topped up with fresh grass or hay. Probably just do some fresh grass, as we're not playing on seasons. I can pretty much cut grass anytime, just collect it with the loading wagon and feed it to them, so we can do that. Okay, so we're back over at the farm. I would pressure wash these ploughs off, but I'm not actually sure if we do have one. I don't think we do. That's something we'll probably look at getting at some point. I'll just take that one off, follow me. I'll just drop this plough off in here, and we'll get the other one put away. Yeah, the tractors are getting a bit dirty. Unfold that one. We'll drop this one down here for now. Just lower that one down. We can get that one detached. I'll just turn the engine off on this one. I don't want a flat battery. Run it out of fuel. So we'll head over to the store, get this livestock wagon. I think the livestock market's right at the top end of the map. Yeah, it's going to be a bit of a drive just for a small trailer, to be fair. And I'm not actually sure how many sheep that trailer actually holds. We'll get it in, we'll see. I'll probably have to do a few trips off camera just to get a few. I'm not sure how many to actually get. I have got the lower animal prices mod enabled, so they're cheaper, only €500 per sheep, so not expensive at all. Animals. So this is the one, the Brunia. I'm not sure if that's the correct pronunciation. It's only 8,700. I did use this on the Baltic Sea time lapse briefly, and then I had that mass epidemic of pigs breeding like there was no tomorrow, and it was just going to end up being too many trips to the livestock market to sell all the pigs, so I ended up selling it and buying the Richard Western, which is obviously a lot bigger. So I'll head up to the livestock market and we'll get our first load of sheep. Okay, so we're just coming up to the livestock market, which I believe is around here. There we go. So we've got sheep, we can fit 5 in, so that'll take us up to 10, which is obviously going to be an improvement on 5, having twice the amount. So can we get onto that dirt road there? So we'll go cross country on the way back, as I believe we can follow this road round, or this track, back round to the farm. So yeah, we can get 5 sheep each load, which is not too bad, considering it's like a fairly cheap trailer, but it's probably going to take a few trips. So what I'm thinking is probably do 2 more trips after this, take us up to 20. It's not that far actually, because this is our field here, isn't it? Field 9. Yeah, I'll do another 2 trips after we get these in, take us up to 20, and then that'll do for now. And that'll probably be it for this episode. And the next episode we'll continue working the fields, we'll get them cultivated, and get some fertiliser on there as well. I have been looking at the cultivators. I think we'll probably do something similar to what we did with the ploughs and keep the little 3-metre one we do have and buy a slightly bigger one for the case. I need to go down this one. Get a slightly bigger one for the case, and then we can have both working at the same time. So hopefully just to speed things up a little bit and try and get all 3 fields done. So we'll unload those, and that's up to 10. So if we have a look, it's going to take a while to update with the reproduction rate and stuff, but you can see after what 4 episodes in, we've only got 9% wool. So definitely worth getting a few more if we want to get any sort of pallets of wool during this playthrough. So I'll probably may get some more over time, but we'll probably just get another 2 loads for now, and then see what the reproduction rate's like and the wool production, and then we can take it from there. The pigs need a bit of corn, but that can wait till the next episode, and the cow's base food needs topping up as well, which again that can wait. So I'll go and get the next couple of loads, and then we'll get those in place. Okay, so we're just back at the farmyard now with the last load of sheep we're going to get for now. It'll take us up to 20. So we'll get those. I did have a bit of a boo-boo on the one trip, and I was halfway back to the yard and I looked in the trailer for, they look like funny sheep. I've got 5 pigs in the back, so I had to go back and sell those and get some sheep, which did fortunately cost us a little bit of money, as you don't sell the animals back for as much as you pay for them. So yeah, that was a little bit of a costly mistake, but mistakes happen. So we'll just park the trailer up in here, and I think that'll do for this episode. So if you've not already subscribed to the channel, then please consider subscribing. I've got new videos every day, time lapses and let's plays. And also, if you did enjoy the video, a possibility you may have, probably not, but if you did, don't forget to hit the like button. I really do appreciate it. And if you do have any questions, comments, suggestions or feedback, then please do let me know down in the comments section. I always try and answer all the comments as soon as I can. So yeah, if you have any questions, comments or anything, then please leave them down below, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.